Hi, I'm Miss Dawn from the Shenandoah Valley Discovery Museum, and I am here tonight to walk you through a scavenger hunt, a sensory scavenger hunt, using our sight, our sounds, our hearing, our smells, and our touch. Hopefully not our tastes, but you can do this a couple different ways. I'm going to send you a sheet that lists off tons of different sensory words. You can go around and collect them in a bag and have little pieces of it, or you can write some notes, which is what I did. I put together some notes about different sensory words, and I'm going around and hunting for those different words. And you can just write down that you found it. You can do it indoors, you can do it outdoors. It's totally up to you. So let's start with some different sensory words. So the first thing when I start looking around is I see prickly. Here's something that falls off a tree. We actually call it the balls of death at our house, but because heaven forbid you step on it. But they're very, very prickly. If I look with my hearing, I find some crinkly noises. So we can pull together some different sounds and scents. We can do some contrasts. So I found this, and this is smooth down here, but rough up here. So this one thing has two different senses that you can enjoy. Over here on our way into our house, we have rough and almost sandpaper-y rough, but we have rigid and ridges up here. So there's some different things. I also thought that we could find some different colors. So two of the same leaves, one is very yellow and bright, and one is very, very red. So lots of different senses we can use. Hi, we're back. You can walk around your neighborhood and find some new different sensory things. I look at the rocks here, not far from our house, and I see the different textures and feelings along the rocks. And if you look up close, there's actually, most rocks are rough. But if you look up close, there is some different mosses that grow on the rocks that are also very soft and smooth. If we come over this way, you can also see there's plants that grow on the rocks. These have a completely different feel. You've got grasses that blow, you've got dirt that you can dig in. So there's lots of different things that you can see. We've got trees that you can hear. And if you're quiet for a minute, I hear some church bells in the background. Do you hear that? So there's lots to hear. I can hear cars driving by. I can hear the wind in the trees. I can hear the church bells going. Keep your senses in tune as you walk around, and there's lots that you can see, hear, touch, and smell. We're gonna go inside and do some indoor senses. So stay tuned. Hello, we're back, and we're taking our sensory scavenger hunt indoors this time to do some fun tasting. As I said, outside you probably don't want to taste things outside, but inside we have a variety of different sensory things that you can do as well. So I'm gonna show you guys the answer on the front, but myself, let's see if we can put a little, I can tell that's sweet, whereas it's something that looks like this, if we try it a little bit, tastes totally different. Salty, sweet with sugar. How about some smells? I've got some different things that we've got for smells. This is one that if you've never smelled before, you either love it or hate it. Some people love the smell of this, and some people, are terrified by it. But it most definitely, one way or another, it has a strong smell. I always think it has a smell like something that's burnt. But I know some people love the smell of it. Here is another thing that I'm gonna show. I love the smell, and at the fall time, the smell is awesome of cinnamon. That's what this is. It smells like when you walk into a coffee shop and there's pumpkin spice everything. Cinnamon is one big part of the pumpkin spice world. I brought something else, and if you want to do this with somebody so that you're almost quizzing them about the sensory, you could put just a little dab onto a plate and have people try it or smell it. Here is another thing. I bet you all know what this is. This is taco seasoning, but taco seasoning also has a strong smell. I'd know that a mile away. That has a very strong smell. Another thing that has a strong smell that makes people sneeze sometimes is this. The opposite of this, salt, pepper, this can make you sneeze if you put it in your hand. I wouldn't recommend trying it with your tongue. Here is another thing that we can use our senses to smell and to taste. So do you all recognize what this is? I love the smell of it. It always smells clean to me because it's oftentimes what cleaning solutions taste like or smell like, but it also has a strong taste. There's a nut. That has a strong taste. Lemon. So I also brought out something that could be a fun sound thing. So this is one thing my son loves to do. He loves to take things and put, do you hear that? Into his bank. That's one of the things he loves to do. And hearing those things, there's lots of different things that you can hear, touch, smell, taste. So explore your world and try hard to come up with different words like sour and sweet and strong smelling, and I think this is very spicy smelling in my world, and fall smelling. See if you can put some words into all the different senses and discover what's out there as you explore. Go out and have an adventure. Have a good time.